Hi again, it's Stephanie Weiss, Distance Learning Librarian. Here going to do a demonstration of the Cinahl database. Cinahl is one of our most commonly used health sciences and nursing databases. You can get to individual databases a couple of ways. The easiest one is probably going to be this link right here, Databases by Subject. You can also go to the gray bar at the top, Research Tools, and then the link that says Research Databases. Yes, we do know that those say two different words, but we are working on standardizing that, so they will eventually be called the same thing. So we'll just click that one. And here is our full list of over 300 research databases. So that's a long list to scroll. We've got over here on the left side, we've separated them into different topic areas, categories, so that can make it a little bit easier, especially if you don't necessarily know the name or how to spell the name of the database you need. We're going to be looking at Cinahl, which begins with a C, so it's not too far to scroll, but you can click the health or nursing. Those actually go to the same list. And so here is our Cinahl link. You can see this is an EBSCOhost database. So a lot of the things that we talked about during the OneSearch session are going to be the same here. And you'll notice once we get in there that the interfaces are very similar. So Cinahl actually defaults to the advanced search screen, and that's good because you get a lot of special limiters and ways to refine in this database because it is specific to health sciences and nursing. So let's look through a few of them. A couple of things are checked already for you. One to note is also search within the full text of articles. That means that it's looking at more than just the title, and that's good because occasionally the authors of an article may not put the word that you search in the title, but the article will indeed have to do with that subject, so it will still be able to find it for you. Can limit to full text, peer-reviewed, publication date. Those are all things that we've seen in OneSearch. But as you move down, you see the ones that are more specific to health and nursing. So we have evidence-based practice. We've got age groups and gender. You can limit to human. Publication type is another handy one. You can scroll through and see that there is a care plan, systematic reviews, all kinds of good stuff. So just make sure that you know what kind of things that you need, and then you can come to these different limiters and help you focus in your search. You can also see that we do have a box for PDF full text. That's good because remember, some professors do require that you get articles that are only full text, and that can just limit to exactly what you want. So let's do a search. I'm going to go ahead and stay with diabetes from our last session. And you can see while I'm typing, this does give me suggestions. So these are subjects, the subject headings, like remember the tags that we talked about before. So you can choose them if indeed that is what you want. And you can add, you don't have to choose these. You can continue typing and type more words or phrases into the search box. I'm just going to leave it with plain old diabetes and keep it simple for this demo. Let's say that I want peer-reviewed articles only from the last 3 years. So we'll do 2010, 2013. Let's say that I want adolescents, and we'll go to publication type. Let's say I want a systematic review. And let's say we have an assignment that requires PDF full text, so we'll check that as well. So let's recap. We've got diabetes as our search term. We want peer-reviewed, only these years. Items to do with adolescents, systematic reviews, only PDF, and let's hit search. So you can see now that we're into the result list that this is almost exactly the same as the OneSearch interface, so it should look familiar to you. So we have not too bad for ourselves. We've got 48. That's not a whole lot to look through. You can see here are limiters that we chose. If you decide that you don't want one of these, you can clear them individually, or all of them, of course, if you want to just start over. And you can make adjustments some of the limiters that we saw from the first page. You can open them up and make changes or additions. And our results themselves, again, you can just click the title and get to the full result, where you can see more of the subject headings, possibly a full abstract if that's there. You have your tools on the right and your link to the full text on the left. And remember, we chose to get the items that had full text in PDF format. So we go back to the result list. All of these should have at least one link that says PDF full text. Some of them are also available HTML as well. So remember, if you click the full text link, that will pull up as well. And you do have your tools on the right again. Head back to the result list real quick. One thing I wanted to talk about in this session is the ability to save a search history. I know that's a pretty common assignment. So you want to make sure that you're signed into your EBSCOhost account. Remember, we talked about that in the previous OneSearch session. So if you have not already created an account, you could go ahead and do it now. Just hit the sign in and enter your info, or hit the create new account link. I'll go ahead and sign in just so we can see how this will operate. So I'm signed in, and you can tell because once you're signed in, at the top it says sign out. So that's your option, is getting back out. So let's say I want to save this search history. So it's going to tell me all of the limiters that I've done and the search terms that I used. So you want to hit search history, and you can see it's here at the top. If I hit the save searches link, then I will need to make sure to give it a name. I'm just going to call this one diabetes and adolescence. And you can put some more descriptive information if you want to, and you can choose whether or not you want to make the save permanent or temporary. It does tell you that the temporary is only 24 hours, or you can make it an alert. Alert is going to tell you, it's going to notify you when any other articles that meet your search criteria are added to the database. I'm just going to leave it on save search permanent and click save. So I'm going to continue just to get back to where we were. Oh wait, actually that's taken me into the folder. And you can see in my list over on the left, saved searches is there. And I only have this one right now, so this is the link. And I can retrieve it, and it's told me what I have done. And you can actually edit it too. And if you need to come back to this and get your numbers, like this one, if you recall, had 48 items in our result list, and you would want to hit rerun. It may be a different number than the first time you looked at it, just to caution that. But if you rerun, then it should get anything new, so that's a good thing. All right, so that pretty much wraps up Cinahl. And just to recap, it's pretty similar to OneSearch, so if you've used that, then they will look similar and act pretty similarly. Major difference being that this is a specific subject area database, so your result lists are automatically going to be from a smaller pool to begin with.